What is up, everybody? It's your boy Simon from Team Saw Boys, coming in with the deck profile from the boy, the captain, Jonathan from Team Saw Boys. So, what you do today, John?
Well, today we got top 8 at Houston PPG Lotus with Shenron.
OG Shenron.
OG starter deck wish Shenron.
Okay, let's see it.
All right, so obviously you want to probably play some balls so you can awaken wish or whatever. So I went 5 of the regular.
5 regulars?
And I went 2 of the 1-star.
Okay.
So people were probably like, oh, it's kind of Pestle or something, right? No, we don't do that kind of shit around here. All right. 3 Android 14, 1 drops.
Okay.
It's mainly for Union fodder. But if I do have to play it, if I assemble a squad, I don't have targets, I can play him, search top 5 for an Android or a Unison, which that's not really what I do for. But 3 of those. 3 of the OG 3 drops from set 3. 3 cost 15k. When I play it, opponent drops a card. More Union fodder. Now, one of the basic staples of this deck is going to be the Evolution Booster, Android 14 and 15 target acquired.
Okay, explain what this card does.
So, I learned this in top 8. I fucked up. Your opponent has to have 2 energy for this to trigger, but when you play this card, search top 10 for Android 13, 4 cost or less, play it with the skills negated for the turn. So, assemble the squad, play this bad boy, shuffle your deck, search top 10, hopefully you hit one of the Android 13 targets that are 4 cost or less, and you get to play it with the skills negated. I'm going to go through the targets right now, actually, but this is one of the main staples of the deck. One of my favorite targets, I'll start with these first, actually. Also Evolution Booster, Android 13 Mission Begins. So, it gets played normally with its skills negated. I can arrive it, I can tap out for it, but that's playing bad. At the start of my opponent's turn, they KO 2 of their battle cards. So it helps me board clear, especially if I'm tapping out with the Wish Leader and everything. It's just a really good staple, and I get it out for essentially free, which will be key for something later.
So he's the main guy you want to get off the 2-drop?
Correct. So one of the main guys. So I say I have 2 main guys. So that's one. The other one is this OG boy, Dawn of Terror, Android 13. Now what he does, the Union absorbs for 1 green. I took a 14 and a 15 from the drop. I get to pick a 7-drop from my deck and play it on top. So obviously when I play it off of the target acquired card from the assembling the squad, it comes in skills negated, so it has to survive a whole nother turn. I also have to have a 14 and a 15 in drop in order for this to take off, but once I get that 7-drop established, we'll talk about that when I get there, but it's really, really, really strong. My other target, it's not a bad target at all. It actually helped me win a game. The AOD Android 13, Agent of Destruction, 20k crit. I can tap 2. It's not once per turn, by the way. Tap 2. Wow. KO opponent's battle card, then they have to discard a card.
It's critical too.
It's a 20k critical, yes. So these are my 3 targets for the target acquired. Now, the 7-drop of my choice that I would love to get every time I Union Absorb is the OG 7-drop. I think this is all set 3 stuff. 30k double strike. When you play the card, KO an opponent's battle card. Second effect: whenever an opponent's card is discard, or battle card is discarded from any area, whether it be a KO, a critical life, or a mill, the opponent has to discard a card from their hand. Now that does not trigger from them discarding a card from this effect. So it cannot be like an endless loop. But like if I KO and I use this effect to KO or whatever, then they'll have to pitch an additional card for every battle card that's either KO'd or discarded that way.
Not once per turn either, right?
No, this is not once per turn. Okay. But it has to be from my skill. So that's my optimal play into the Union. The other target that I would usually try to grab is this one. This is from Evolution Booster. It is a 30k triple attack. Now, it does have a successor cost, green-yellow, so I can actually build a board and then just successor this in as well. So one of my favorite plays is to Union into the OG, use my Shenron Wish effect to give it triple attack. So I'm swinging 40k, triple attack, double strike. And if they survive that somehow, if I have a green and yellow open, I'll successor into another triple attack. So another 30k 3 times. So a lot of pressure, a lot of hand destruction.
So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 9 damage, potentially 9 damage.
Right. If I don't have a flooded board, even more, right? And I can get that off as early as turn 3. So depending if I hit like the nuts, it's a really good card. So let's go into some other stuff. Obviously, we talked about assembling the squad, so I'll show those. My main target, I have one of each. I have a judge, a foil, and then non-foil. So tap 2, colorless, search my deck for a 2 cost or less, 15k or less battle card, play. Simple, simple, simple. Black Mass Saiyan fucks this up really bad. I only ran into one of them. But other than that, I did pretty okay with it.
So your targets for this is pretty much going to be that Android 2-drop. Is that it, or is there more targets?
There are a couple more targets. I just say the yellow 1-drop is a target. It's not preferred. Another target that I run is actually True Light the Beautiful. So this is a little spicy tech. It has a once per turn effect. When one of my opponent's battle cards KO, they have to pitch a card. So I've gotten it synergizes with the original 7-drop. My other desired targets, if I don't get assembled the squad, personal ambition. So,
This just to thin out your deck?
Yeah. And if I need it in a pinch, I can actually untap an energy by using the Shenron free play. So, a couple negates here. Oceanus.
Talk about this card a little bit.
So it's a 5 cost that turns into a 2 cost on my opponent's turn. When I play it, if it gets played, I get to pitch a card. If I do, my opponent cannot attack without milling 4 cards. So this is a skill that will help trigger 7-drop. So for every card they mill from the Oceanus that's a battle card, they're pitching a card.
So they mill 4 battle cards, they're pitching 4.
Yep. So not only are they milling 4, they're pitching 4.
Super, super good.
So one of my main negates, the problem is I tap out a lot, so it's hard for me. I'd literally have to stop my play just to hold for this. But it is also a blocker, so it's like a negate and block, and they're milling. I do learn 1 max power, so that was pretty good for me. I didn't even really use it as a negate, more of a board clear of the higher cost battle cards. And then of course 2 power bursts. That was it for the negates. I do have 2 targets for power burst. It's 2 Black Mass Saiyan. So that was it. I really don't run a big black package.
No commies? Or maybe
no
it's not.
commies.
Okay.
I don't feel like I needed it because I wanted KO to have them.
That's true, that's true.
To have them go. I did have a 1 of Vegeta for the blue matchup I never played. So literally got sided out every game. But you know, you gotta have it. 4 Trunks, super combo, Sparking 5. So I usually had this by turn 2, it was active. Sometimes I had it on turn 1. Every Wish leader probably runs at least 2 Dragon Radar.
That card's so good.
Yeah, so if you don't know this card, you pay 1, you can pick up either 2 Dragon Balls, 2 Zyres, or 1 of each. Or you can look, I believe, I'll read this. Top 7 cards from your deck, choose up to 2 Dragon Balls or Desire cards. So you can either pull from drop or look at top 7. So if you're really fiending to get that early awaken, if you want to take the gamble, you can, but normally I just say safe route and pick up what's in the drop. Now down to my last 2. Now this is a full 60 card deck. 1 of, remember the photo.
Ooh, love relationship with this card.
And I actually played this and got a win on turn 1. My opponent, Jesus, shout out to Jesus. He actually took it like a champ on game 1, turn 1. He said, you got game 1,
wow.
let's go. And the actual secret rare. So
2 SCR, this man's playing 2 SCRs.
It's busted, bro. It's busted.
Super busted.
So this is the main board. It came in clutch, it did win me a game. It's just hard because there's a lot of board removal to keep the board, but I can build a board up again pretty quick if I have all the right pieces.
It's a sideboard?
Sideboard time. 3 Boras. There was actually no Celzinos here today, so this was an absolutely waste of space.
Cell search.
Cell Surge, yeah, there was plenty of Celzinos actually,
Yeah.
but no Cell Surges, so this was a waste. 1 of Vegeta striving to be the best. I was anticipating running into a Kid Icarus matchup where they would swing with the Bojack. Never played him, but this also stayed in the side the whole time. An additional max power because it's just a good card. Did run 2 unexpected turn. So in case somebody wants to flood the board on me, I could potentially clear out a good amount of boards. If I had played a Bardock Prism deck, this would have been really good. Because it would hit all targets and all the targets would go to war. So that didn't happen, but this did come in quite a bit. Gotta go with the classic Haru OG. It's a black card. If your opponent is a green or yellow leader, you tap 3 for this. It's a 15k critical. If it's the opponent's leader is green or yellow, untap 4 energy. I play this back-to-back turns on turn 4.
Wow.
So I would play a 1-drop, Haru, reset my energy. Do Dragon Radar, pick up 2 things. Haru again, reset my energy. So I essentially had 3 turns back-to-back without them being able to answer. So really nice. I just didn't play a lot of green or yellow.
And if they take the hit, let's say they take the hit, the critical hit, do they have to pitch it with the 7-drop?
Yes, exactly. Okay. So this helps play into that quite a bit. 1 Champa, because I do run green, yellow, multicolor. Just in case they try to drop a bomb, I can try to prevent that. Also, I ran 2 of the Matitos. They came in, but never played any of these. Same thing with the giant balls. You know, just a lot of counterplay. And then 1 of the Heart Arrow of Love. Never played it. I did side it in, just never got there.
Okay, so overall, how do you feel about your matches went, or what were they?
So round 1, it was a tough match, but I got it 2-0 against the bye. So I actually commentated, so that was a good one. Second round, I played against Vejax, and both games were very close. I lost. Even though he's milling himself, he just had a lot of strong cards. Round 3, I played against a blue Bardock. That was Moment.
That was on stream, right?
Very, very good matchup. It was on stream. Very tough back and forth. I actually was telling him I was thinking about doing the commemorative photo. I hinted at it, and he was like, "Don't do it."
He wouldn't do it.
I'm like, "Okay, let's go into charge." And then game 4, I did play against my buddy Jesus. He was playing. Who
took the commemorative photo?
Yes, he took commemorative photo. Turn 1, game 1, scooped automatically. That's the kind of stuff you love to see. Great guy. That was a close 2-1 matchup. He gave me a really good run for my money. He's a good player.
Nice.
And then I did top 8 against David Teasdale. He's playing Hatch. So just a very tough matchup for me. Even though I'm flooding the board, I get 1 swing, and his deck just is aimed to clear out my board and make sure I don't be able to swing, because I got Petrification and all these other negates. So I really couldn't break through. So it was tough 2-0 on that one.
All right, so any shout outs or anything you want to say?
Yeah, shout out to first and foremost, Pro Mats, the sponsor of Salt Boiz, side sponsor for the mats. So thank you to Jeremiah. If you haven't checked out Pro Mats, please do. They're a great company. Shout out to Lotus Gaming Shop and Lily. They are the Salt Boiz team sponsor. Great shop, greatest shop in Houston in my opinion. They're running great tournaments. They're a part of a lot of Dragon Ball Super community events, and looking forward to seeing it. This is their first year anniversary, by the way. For their 1-year birthday, they held a 1K, and it was immaculate. Wonderful, wonderful shop. Wonderful shop. If you haven't checked them out in your Houston, come out here, check it out. Shout out to the Salt Boiz. Best team in Houston, hands down, obviously. We got the most swag. We have our own dice. So, in case you haven't seen it, we got plenty of Salt Boiz dice.
You got you got masks.
Yeah, we got everything. We got sleeves, I just don't got them on me. Shout out to all of Houston. It's one of the best communities, if not the best community in Dragon Ball.
For sure.
Shout out to my wife for letting me come out here and play on a Saturday. And other than that, shout out to the hitters one time. Thank you. Without you guys, the meme deck doesn't exist, and that's it.
All right, guys. Salt Boiz signing out. Peace.